If someone walks in the room and they hear me talking about a beautiful body, I'm just talking about a truck. Welcome back to the Scale Builders Guild. Thanks again for watching. Today we're taking a first look, run, and review of the new Traxxas TRX4 Ford Bronco 2021 edition. This is a new body kit and new bumpers and a couple of new features on the TRX4 that you've come to know and expect from Traxxas. This is a new body kit on the venerable, I think we can call it venerable by now, TRX4 chassis. This is the full option TRX4, so you've got all of the shifting servos for the 2-speed, the locking and unlocking differentials, all of the stuff that I'm not generally a big fan of in trail trucks, but I can definitely see why Traxxas decided to put this awesome looking body on the full option RTR. It is a kick-ass body. When Ford decided to redo the Bronco and started to show some of the spy shots of this new body, I was definitely intrigued. The shorter wheelbase one definitely appealed to me a little bit more, but you know what? Now that I see the long wheelbase 4-door edition in sort of its model form, it actually looks really, really good. The proportions are awesome. Traxxas decided to put this on the 12.8-inch wheelbase TRX4, which is the same wheelbase as the Defender. The Defender in real life isn't bigger than the Bronco, but you know, they kind of futz the numbers a little bit. I would say this is probably close to 9th or maybe 8.5-ish scale. It's a good looking example, and there's lots of really good looking parts to look at here. Let's start right at the front. I think that's probably the best place. So as you see here, a whole new front bumper assembly. This is made to kind of mimic the full-size Bronco. There are a bunch of bumper options from the factory for the real truck, one of which includes this sort of off-road adventure one. And Traxxas didn't really pull any punches on the looks. It looks awesome. It's probably not great for approach angle, but it does have this nice handy kind of skid plate down here at the bottom to mimic the full-size truck as well. And this whole front portion of the bumper where there's sort of this bull bar and a fake winch here, that can all be removed. So it's sort of modular in that way. So you can just have just this front bumper if that's what you prefer. Moving up a little bit, a great detailed grille, lots of really nice deep molded plastic pieces. These lenses for the lights look awesome. And I'll speak a little bit more to those lights later on in the video. But there's reflectors on the side here. You can see them there. There they are. And it just really looks great. The white raised Bronco lettering on the front really stands out. And there is a decal behind there to represent some of the grille internal details. But that's all molded plastic. Looks really, really awesome. The sights or off-road sights or whatever these things are called, those are also molded in plastic too. Lots of really cool detail on those, and they look just awesome. Let's zoom in a little bit on that whole section there. As you can see, there's little cutouts there, and it just looks very realistic. Molded fender flares. These are black plastic. They are attached to the body, not to the chassis, and this whole piece integrates directly into the rearview mirrors. Now, nice touch on these rearview mirrors is that they are already on a pivot, so you can tuck them in, or they will get tucked in when you hit an obstacle, like if you're going through a really narrow pass, say. You can save your mirrors. Or if you park in the city. Moving backwards a little bit, we've got door handles, also molded plastic details there. And this slider here looks to be a carryover from the Defender. It does look very similar. I don't have the Defender body anymore, so I can't tell you for sure, but that's what those look like they came from. Rear fenders are also molded as well. And then on the back of the truck, we've got a full-size spare attached to the rear here, a big factory-style bumper as well, and then some really nice taillights. Now, if you look closely at these taillights, and it's the same thing on the headlights too, that's not a sticker in there. That is actually molded red plastic. It's sort of like a fogged plastic or plastic, whatever you want to call it. It's very similar to what is on the full-size truck. And I suspect based on the new advanced lighting kit that Traxxas also released the other day, that there's going to be Bronco specific lights that go in here and then actually light up just the red part, not the whole thing. So it's actually going to look like the LED package that you can get on the full-size Bronco. Same thing on the headlights. I think that's where they're kind of going with these. You can see there's a frosted section in there as well. That's where your sort of LED halo would go. And I think they've figured out a way to get a set of LED lights in there to mimic that look. That's something that a lot of folks have been trying to do. A lot of the light kits offer sort of a round halo, but it's a series of individual LEDs, and it never really has that proper look. I think this is going to change all that on the advanced lighting kit that isn't released yet, but certainly some details on that are still coming soon, I think. But I'm pretty interested to see what that's all about. One other nice thing about that advanced lighting kit is that it does have brake light function and turn signals and all kinds of other things too. So it's really cool to see Traxxas taking that next level and getting some really nice scale accessories out there for the market. It may be a little difficult to tell in this video, but this is Cyber Orange. This is an actual color that Ford offers on the new Bronco. And it may not really register here, but there is some pearl in this paint. So there's a little bit of a shine or a metallic sheen to it. It looks awesome in person. I'm so happy that Traxxas sent me the orange one. The red one looks nice too. It's on the box right there. But this orange just, I think, is so iconic for the release of this vehicle. And I think it looks awesome. One other exterior detail here, the wheels and tires. These are the Canyon Trail tire that's been on every TRX4 since the release of that vehicle. But new wheels. These look kind of Bronco specific. They do have a black gloss finish to them. I can't say for sure that they're my favorite wheel, but they do really go well with the rest of the Bronco look. So they definitely kind of nailed that as well. It's a good looking wheel. Tires are not bad for a stock RTR tire. They're a pretty decent tire, pre-vented, nice sticky compound, and do pretty well on most kinds of terrain. Overall, a really nice looking truck, and it's also kind of refreshing to see tinted windows and not blacked out window stickers. With just paint behind them. So another nice bonus there. Now on to one of the new features of this specific TRX4, and something that I'm sure we're going to see in every other TRX4 that comes out from here on out. The clipless body mounts. You'll notice there are no body pins. There's no body pin tower on the back of this SUV. They're hidden body mounts. And what Traxxas opted to do is, instead of use pins at all, they're using a clip system. So underneath here, and if you watched our live stream the other night with Josh from Harley Designs, we did the come here motion to simulate how to get this body off. You just pull on those clips and the body pops right off, and I will show you exactly how all of that works in a close-up. But this is so simple to remove the body. It could not be any easier. How they made that work. New inner fenders on the TRX4 chassis. So what you're seeing here is the holes in which these clips fit in. And the clips are integrated into the body. I'm going to show you that in a second. But really easy to get at, plenty of room under there, and it's a really simple, quick and easy motion to get the body off. It's not challenging at all. So here's the inside of the body, and you can see the clips are integrated into this entire cage that encircles the entire body. There isn't a section of body here that doesn't have some rigidity added, and it's everywhere. The door handles get a section for where those get bolted to. All of the light assemblies as well have something in there as well, as you can see. It's all just like one big giant cage on the inside of the body. And Traxxas has done this on more of their basher lines, where they do have this sort of inner structure like this to maintain rigidity, to make the body last a little bit longer, and also to make it a lot more rigid on the outside. You know, it's like, now you can wear it as a hat. Everything is integrated into this internal cage. So There's a nice big beefy piece right along where the dash would go, and then it integrates into the clip system here. So you can see, obviously they're making this as modular as they can. So these inner clip pieces can come off and be put on a different body, presuming that it's got the same inner structure. I think we're gonna see a lot of that, which is pretty cool. You can also tell that they've already thought about where that advanced lighting system is gonna go. It's gonna go right here. There's 2 posts right there that aren't being used. That's probably what those are gonna be for. So that's the inner structure, and that's how the body comes off. Let me show you how easy it is to put back on. Just kind of make sure it's lined up. That's it. It's on there, and it's not coming off. Pretty great system. Makes it so much easier to get the body on and off, to change your batteries. I mean, not that you're changing your batteries every 5 minutes, unless you drive like Josh, and then maybe you are. But it is a really great system, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else Traxxas does with it, because it's pretty ingenious, and I wouldn't be surprised if they've already patented it, because that is definitely something that I can see making its way into other manufacturers if it's not, because that's just awesome. So underneath, it's essentially, like I said, a TRX4. Got all of the locking and unlocking differentials, the 2-speed transmission, the Titan 21-turn motor, the stock servo, which probably won't last too long. We'll hopefully get a few runs out of it. Comes with the Traxxas TQI. I've added the Traxxas link already to it, because there are some pretty cool features in the software. You actually get to see like the gyro work, so you get an inclinometer and all of those really cool things. It also offers cruise control, something that I actually do find quite useful, especially for filming. A 12.8-inch wheelbase does make it perform a little bit differently than a standard 12.3 or shorter wheelbase truck. It does require a larger turning radius. The unlocking diffs can help in that department if that's something that tickles your fancy. I don't know really what else to say other than Traxxas knocked it out of the park on this one. Because those windows are clear, I think it probably should have an interior. And with that in mind, I do have a few pieces here from Tan Woodworks. Todd Norton has been designing a lot of really great pieces, this dashboard included. And when he made this piece, he actually made it for the new Bright body, which is actually not far off the size of the TRX4 Bronco body. It is obviously a 2-door body, the new Bright one, so it is shorter overall in its wheelbase and length, but a lot of these pieces should fit pretty well. They were designed around mounting in a slightly different way, so I will have to figure out some things to get these things to work. Not only is there a dash, there's also some front seats. There they are right there, as well as a rear seat assembly too. So it shouldn't be too difficult to build a basic interior to fit in this truck and still have room for the battery and all of the goodies that go with the TRX4. I've got a comparison up on screen right now to show you the size difference between these two bodies. I'm actually really surprised. I thought seeing this in person and then getting that new Bright body on the bench as well, I was surprised at how close they actually were. I thought the new Bright was way smaller than this one. So it looks like some of those accessories from Tan Woodworks are going to fit really nicely into this interior. Do you think that the Bronco is going to make it into your stable? Oh man, I can't believe I made a horse joke. If you do, post a comment down below. You know I love reading through your feedback, and I try to answer as many of them as I can. And if you're enjoying this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you get updates anytime there's a new video from the Scale Builders Guild. My thanks to Traxxas for sending this TRX4 Bronco. I am really looking forward to having some fun with it. Hey, maybe we'll see a TRX4 Sport with a 2-door Bronco body on it. Who knows what the future holds? I think that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.